Frankly, the people should be outraged.
As California's insurance crisis continues, where is our top insurance boss? Concerns rising after Insurance Commissioner Ricardo Lara did not attend the state's first insurance briefing of the year after the LA fires, and instead, he was on a trip in Bermuda. Thanks again for joining us here on ABC 7 Hulu and wherever you stream. I'm Ellen Leyva.
I'm David Ono. The California State Senate's Insurance Committee only has 2 to 3 informational hearings a year, but it seems Ricardo Lara isn't showing up.
Lara has been absent for at least 7 hearings in recent years while traveling abroad or cross-country. In this 7 on Your Side investigation, Stephanie Sierra from our sister station KGO looked at hundreds of public records that detail a pattern of lavish trips and expenses.
As California's insurance crisis hits a breaking point, the state's top insurance boss is nowhere to be found during the legislature's first insurance briefing of the year, a Senate committee hearing in the wake of the LA fires.
Michael Martinez, here on behalf of Insurance Commissioner Ricardo Lara.
So where's the commissioner? Turns out he was at a conference in Bermuda with insurance executives to give a 15-minute speech. Lara did the same thing in March 2023 and 2024.
Here on behalf of Insurance Commissioner Ricardo Lara.
Missing another Assembly insurance hearing, also while he was on the islands in Bermuda. Yet weeks later, the commissioner was able to make a legislative study tour in the UK for 8 days. And he wasn't late for his climate presentation to the Central Bank of Uruguay later that month. And he definitely did not miss his flight to Honolulu the following week for a policy training. Public records show taxpayers picked up his 4-star hotel bill. And this didn't just happen once or twice, but at least 7 other times we found the commissioner was absent from insurance meetings, some while traveling abroad or across country.
During his first year in office, Commissioner Lara missed 2 insurance hearings while on trips to D.C. and to Florida. Now, in between those 2 trips, he took another $6,000 trip to Paris for an economic development conference. Taxpayers picked up that bill.
And as we found out, this trend continued. From 2021 to 2022, records show Commissioner Lara was absent for the only 2 Senate insurance hearings held that year. According to his schedule, he had prior engagements. Same story the year after that. In March 2023, the commissioner was absent for the first Senate insurance hearing of the year. Why? Records show he was on a taxpayer-funded trip to Toronto for a United Nations conference on sustainable finance. Unclear if there was any relevance to California's insurance market, but taxpayers paid for his 3-night-long stay. Then on May 10th of that year, he missed the next Senate insurance hearing. Unclear why. His schedule shows he was working that day.
He travels a lot. He's everywhere but in his chair.
Yet the state told us Commissioner Lara's rigorous meeting schedule is a key part of his commitment to protecting consumers and safeguarding the integrity of the insurance market. I asked the chair of the Senate Insurance Committee about it.
Were you surprised by that? What's your response to these repeated absences?
Well, I have to say that I have had many hearings where he is present, and many times, the legislature has its own calendar. And
when you say many, I just looked at all of the meetings that took place since he was elected in 2019, and he had only appeared for the informational hearings to 2 of them, and one of those 2 times was via Zoom.
Well, I've been chair of the Insurance Committee for 6 years, and unfortunately we had 2 years in between where we were not allowing people to come and present in person. And so there's many times where he did present via Zoom.
Video recordings from the Senate website show Lara only joined those hearings via Zoom once.
It's great to be here.
Thank you so much for taking the time.
In January 2024. And that hearing was the first one hosted after the governor signed an executive order calling on Lara to do more to address the insurance crisis. Records show after that he attended most of the other Assembly insurance hearings last year.
Do you think he should have been there last week?
Well, that's not for me to say.
How do you represent the state if you're not even there at these meetings? I understand you can send your staff to fill in for you on occasion, but it sends a message of, I think, what he believes is important.
Ray Asbell worked under the California Department of Insurance and Cal HR for more than a decade, specializing in travel policy. He explains each state department requires there must be an established travel need.
What is your department's core mission, and how will this travel benefit that mission and benefit, in this case, the ratepayers of California.
The commissioner was unavailable for an interview to discuss his travel schedule, but his staff provided this comment regarding the Bermuda trip. Commissioner Lara's job is to ensure that California consumers have real choices, not just last resorts. This involves going over the heads of insurance companies and engaging directly with the global reinsurance groups that support them. He is working to retain insurance companies in the market and attract those that have left. We asked how many insurance companies have been retained to support California's insurance market, but we have yet to hear back.
Frankly, the people should be outraged.
Stephanie Sierra, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.